Hello guys, Tops here today. I want to talk to you about the Dagger Overwhelm tank. I have built two of these guys. I think they were both initially thieves, they are now converted cultists. And they have been fairly useful. And especially in tanking big beasts. And I think this is what they are designed for. They are not necessarily like the big tanks, like 1 versus 2, 3, 4 opponents. They can still do well, but they are more like an early game tank that I can put in front of a Lindwurm. And the build is basically, I want to find a thief, or in general, a character with high initiative, with high base defense, and some melee skill. Really low requirements, because we are going nimble. We don't need to have a lot of attack. The only thing we need to have is to have a decent amount of initiative. So we are going before like a big beast or something, right? So at least 100 plus. With the hyena attachment, we are aiming for 120 plus. If you have 130 initiative, you're going faster than most opponents in the game. You kind of want to have like 120. Again, I don't have hyena attachment, so with equipment we're having like around 110. I built two of these this campaign. They both didn't level up fully, but they were very useful in these fights where Overwhelm was good. And I think you want to have these guys in most campaigns early, so you can take on big beasts. And the whole idea about them is that you go Dagger Master me with Relentless, Overwhelm, and you skill a lot of initiative. That combines well with Dodge for initial defense or for high defense. So you have a shield plus your relatively high base defense from the character. And we're already at like 43 defense. With Shield Wall, this is a Lindworm shield, we would again get like an additional 17, or if you just use the heater shield, plus 20 defense. So we're already at like 63 defense, plus like 17 from dodge or something. We're already at 80 defense. And then we have the Overwhelm, which basically the Overwhelm reduces the opponent's melee skill by minus 10%. So we are basically reducing, and we can attack 3 times with the dagger, right? So we can basically, that's the good thing, we can basically shield wall and still attack. Right, so we are shield walling and still attacking. So my opponent has negative 10 skill and I'm shield walled. So that effectively means that a lot of opponents like Shrats, Lindworms, they will roll on the 5% chance to hit on your tank. Right, if you put Indom into the mix, you are also decent versus Unholds early on. And especially Unholds, they have really low skill. So as soon as you start overwhelming them, they are rolling on the 5% as well. So like these guys are not getting hit by an Unhold. And as long as we have Indom, we can actually prevent an Unhold from throwing us. But Unholds tend not to throw if they are in a 1 versus 1. Again, it's Unhold AI is a little bit weird. But if you just put this guy in a 1 versus 1 scenario, far away from your team versus an Unhold, he can stay in this scenario forever. And as long as the Unhold doesn't throw him away, even if you don't have Indom, it's gonna be still fine. Because the Unhold will be overwhelmed, he has like a 5% chance to hit. And you have a shield, you have nimble, so you are fairly injury resistant, even though the Unholds have crippling strikes, but like, you are fine. You also can go 9 lives to increase your survivability. But basically these are kind of like throwaway bros that are like super specialized in these 1 versus 1 scenarios where you want to overwhelm a single opponent that is like really, really strong and that you just can't tank unless you have like a monster tank. And you generally don't have these monster tanks early on, but what you have is a thief early on with a dagger. Again, very easy build, very easy to make, very flexible, has super low requirements. Basically any thief, any red catcher can be made into his build and will be performing early game pretty good versus big single entities, big strong opponents. that your team can't really deal with. Again, made 2 of those guys. Alright guys, this is it for today. These are the builds. And yeah guys, thank you so much for watching. I stream daily on YouTube and Twitch. You can join me there. And please like, comment and subscribe. I will see you in the next video. Have a nice day guys. Bye bye.